Hey guys, Brandon Quinn here. Thanks for joining. So I'm really excited to kick off the first episode on my Hexakai series on YouTube, where each week I'll be playing one of the daily puzzles of Hexakai from the previous week. So this is Hexakai here. It's a Sudoku-inspired game of hexagons that I created. And the way it works is you'll have a board of size 10 or 9 or 11 or whatever you want to have there. And each of the diagonals will have that many cells. So in this case, it's a board of size 10. It'll have 10 cells, and the center row will also have 10 cells. And you have to make sure that each of the diagonals has the value of each cell exactly once. So it's very similar to Sudoku in that manner, but unlike Sudoku, you have, instead of columns, you have two diagonals, which kind of makes things a little bit more interesting. And you don't have the groups, the boxes of 9 like you have in Sudoku either. So there's kind of more restrictions in one way, less in another way. So this puzzle is from July 21st, and it's a board of size 10 in difficulty. So each cell has to have a value 0 through 9, and each of the diagonals can only have each value exactly once. And the same also applies to the center row. So I do have a link in the description if you want to give this board a try for yourself before starting, and the game is available online at hexakai.com as well as on Google Play and iOS App Store. And there is a book as well if you prefer the paper and pencil format. So with that, let's go ahead and jump into the game. So what I like to do when I start boards, especially difficult or ultra difficult, is I like to find the diagonals that have the most cells filled in already. So just off the bat, I can see this one here has only 3 cells missing. So I'm going to see what cells are missing, and then from there, kind of see if I can fill in anything. So we have 0, 1, 2 is missing, 4 is missing, and 7 are missing. 2, 4, 7. So let's see if we can kind of rule out any possibilities. So looking at this cell here, right, we have 2, 4, 7 missing. This diagonal has 4 and 7, so 2 is the only possible value remaining. So we can go ahead and fill that in. And the game has a color feature. I like to use green to indicate that I've made a definite assignment. So with that, we have 4 and 7 remaining. This one has a 7, so it must be a 4. Leaving 7 as the only possibility here. Okay, one of the cool things when you fill in diagonals like that, sometimes you can cross intersecting diagonals, that is. So in this case, this one had 4 missing, but now it only has 3, the bottom right, so I'm going to go ahead and do that one next. So let's see what we have here. 3 is missing, 4 is missing, and 6. Yep, 3, 4, and 6. So similarly to before, the middle row has a 3 and a 6, so we can just rule that as a 4. That gives us 3 and 6. Nothing there we can use, and nothing there. So we can't rule anything else out just by that. But we still made progress. We got one of the cells at least. So I'm going to go and try the middle row now as well. One of the things about the middle row in the board is that it constrains and is constrained by the most other cells on the board. So if you can fill in the middle board, it'll really help you along the way with the rest of the board. So there's only 3 missing here now, so I'm going to go and give that a shot. So we have a 0 missing, 0, 4, I'm sorry, there's a 4, 0, 5, 7, 9. Yeah, 0, 5, 7, 9. There's 4 missing, not 3. 0, 5, 7, 9. So let's see what we can do here. 0, 7, 9, 5. Okay, so there's sort of a cluster here, and we have 0, 7, and 9, so we know that one has to be a 5. So 0, 7, and 9 are the only ones that are remaining. 9, 7. So you have a 9 and a 0, so this one must be a 7. And what's remaining? 0 and 9. It looks like there's nothing else we can do here to eliminate those, so I'm just going to mark those in. I don't always use the pencil markings feature, but sometimes it is useful in these games. And by putting in the 7 now, this one only has 1 cell remaining, so we can just eliminate right off the bat from there. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so this one's definitely a 5. Now we see this row here under the middle row has exactly 1 remaining. So one of the tricky things about the rows is you can't just do the same thing as the middle row or the diagonals where you see what's missing and you fill it in, because those rows don't have all the cells there. Like they don't have, in this case, they don't have 10 cells. This one only has 9. But we can rule it out sometimes by saying what 2 values are missing and then if it can't be one of those values, it has to be the other one. So we're going to take that approach here now. So what's missing? 0 and 1 are missing. So we have a 1 there. This one can't be a 1, so it definitely has to be a 0. Because even though it doesn't have all 10 cells, it still has the restriction that there can't be any duplicates. Now I want to see what to do next. I see this here only has 2 remaining, so I'm going to go ahead and give that one a shot. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is missing, and 9. 5 and 9. No. Sorry, there's a 5 there. Sometimes when you're scanning, it's easy to get tripped up like that. 5 is at 6, 7, and 9 are missing. We have a 7 here in this row there, so we know this one has to be a 9, leaving us with 7 on the top there. Okay, so we're making some progress. We still got a lot of cells here. This little cluster of missing cells, roughly a quarter of the board, maybe a little bit less. Sometimes those can be hard to deal with, so we're going to focus on where it's more populated in the board and go from there and then come back here. So for example here there's 3 cells remaining to be filled in. So similar approach. I can see a 0 is missing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 0, 5, 6. 0, 5, 6. So this one can't be a 0. It could be a 5 or a 6. I'll mark that in. 6, 5 are both there already, so this one is definitely 0. And then here we have, there's a 5 there, so that one has to be a 6. Leaving 5 is the only possibility there. Alright, what's next? I want to do this row right here next, this diagonal rather. So what's missing? 1, 1, 5, 7. So this could be right here, this could be a 5 or a 1. 7, 5, 1. 5, 1, 7. That's definitely 7 there. And this one has to be a 1 because of the 5 here, and we already eliminated the 7, making this one definitely a 5. Same thing with the diagonal to the left. We should probably be able to fill this one in at this point and then get the intersecting one here. So let's see what we have. We're missing 1. Actually, right off the bat, this one is definitely a 1. Because we have a 1 here and a 1 there. So what else is missing? 2, 3 is missing. We can't rule that out at the moment. 4, 5, 6. And a 6 is missing as well. Actually, we can't rule out any of those, unfortunately, because it could be either one of these positions, 3 or 6. So that's right, we still got the 1 in there. That is helpful. Where should we go next? I'm going to tackle this diagonal here now. 0 is missing. I'm just going to see if I can just get it real quick. Yeah, I can. A 1 is missing because of that has to be there. 2, 3. Is that right? It is a 3. Yep. So the 3 is missing. Go ahead and put that in. We got that done. Now, yeah, now is where it's starting to get a little tricky, mainly because of this and because we still can't fill in these values. I'm starting to think that 3s and 6s are just not very commonly occurring on the board. Maybe not as much as the other numbers. So I'm going to switch up the approach a little bit and just try to assign all the 6s now. So the way that works is I'm just going to go in, see where they can possibly be assigned, and then see if I can rule out any contradictions. Starting here, that could be a 6. I'm just going to mark 6 like this, anywhere a 6 can be, and then erase them as we go. So this one could also be a 6. Can't be a 6 because of the diagonal, nor can that, nor can that. It's a good sign when there's only 2 possible remaining in a diagonal or the middle row. It gets easier to filter them out from there. I need to fill that in real quick. I'll do the 6s first, but that can't be a 6, that can't be a 6, nor can that. What about this one here? Okay, that can be, and so can this. What's next? Let's see here. This one can be a 6. Neither of these can be a 6. Okay, so we just have a definite assignment of 6 right there. So what I can do is then erase the other ones that are in the same rows or diagonals. So with that, now that's a definite 6 as well. So we just made 2 assignments. Sometimes this approach can get you out of tricky situations if there's multiple ambiguous cells. This diagonal has a 6, leaving us here. So this one can be a 6. So as this one can be as well. not that one, not that one. So there's 2 remaining there. This one has all filled in, leaving here. That one can be a 6. That one can't be a 6. Okay, good. So we have that one definitely assigned, and therefore we also have that one definitely assigned. I made a mistake here. There's a 6 there. That one can't be a 6, so that one has to be a 6. So now we have all the 6s on the board, which is good progress. I saw a few places where there's only 1 cell remaining, so in the rows or diagonals, so I'm going to fill those in now, starting with the center. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 is missing. What about here? 3, I remember that from earlier. That one was 3, and this one was 3 as well. And what about here? 7, 8. I'm going to do this diagonal next. It has 3 missing. 0 is one of the ones that's missing. Actually, scratch that. I'm going to do the same approach with zeros now, just fill in all the places a 0 can be, because I think we have most of them on the board already. So, starting here, that one can be. That one cannot be because of that. This one can't be because of the diagonal. And this one can't be because of that. So, already, we have a definite assignment there. This row, okay, this row needs a 0. This one can be, and this one can't because of that, so we have that. That one has a 0, this one does as well. This one needs a 0. So it has to be, hold on, actually I think I did make an error somewhere. Okay, yeah, there's already contradiction. One of the tricky things about this game is it's easy to come up with these contradictions. So what I mean here is there's 2 zeros, or there's 2 possible remaining positions for 0, but they're both impossible, so there's nowhere we could actually put a 0 in that diagonal. So I'm going to try to see where I went wrong. I'm going to undo the 0 assignments for now, and just focus on other parts of the board. So in this row, I'm just going to put a 0 there, because undoing that one made the contradiction go away. So put that 0 there. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is missing here. I'm going to do this diagonal next. There's only 2 remaining. Alright, we're making good progress in the board. There's still this cluster here, but once we have basically everything around the cluster built up, the cluster will start to break apart, and we'll be able to put the values in there and solve the board. But yeah, this is probably one of the last parts of the board that'll be solved. So coming back to here, 0, 1, 2 is missing. Let's see if I can put it here. I think I can, but let me just make sure. No, actually I can't yet, because it could go in either cell. So that's 2. What else is missing? 3's there. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 is missing as well. Okay, so 9 has to go there because it can't go there, leaving 2 as the only remainder there. I'll do this diagonal next. There's only 2 remaining as well. 0, 1. Yeah, a lot of 2's are missing at this point. Let's just... I'm not going to fill those in, though. I think we have enough of the board to not need to do that approach anymore. 2. What else is there? 3. Do we need a 3? Yes, we do. Alright, this diagonal next. Now we're starting to chip into that cluster. 0, 1, 2. Another 2 is missing. Yes, and it has to go there. 3 is the only remaining value, so let's go ahead and assign that. I'm going to do this diagonal here, only 2 remaining. For the rest of the board, only 2 or 1 are going to be remaining for each row or diagonal, so it should be pretty easy from this point forward. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 is missing. Okay, so that one has to be 4. What else? 8. Alright, next this diagonal. Let's see. That one's missing a 0. And it has to be this one. It can't be the other one because of that. And I'm missing a 1. So let's go ahead and do that. Now I'm going to switch it up, do this diagonal, only 2 remaining. Otherwise there'd be 3 remaining here, so 2 remaining will be easier to deal with. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 and 7 are missing. I mean, sorry, 5 and 7 are missing. So this one's a 7 because of the 5 in the intersecting diagonal, leaving this one to be the 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 and 9 are missing here. So that one has to be 9 because of the 4 there, leaving 4 as the remainder there. And there's only 2 cells remaining. 8 and 9 are missing. So this has 8, so that has to be 9. Leaving 8 here. Alright, so we got it done. Let's submit it and see how we did. Nice. Okay, good, good. Yeah, I was a little worried there was another contradiction there, but we got the achievement, completed Board of Science 10 on difficult mode. By the way, the apps have achievements tied into your account. So Google Play into your Google account, the Apple App Store into your Apple account, so you can actually have achievements across devices and track them. I think one of the cool features of this game is the achievements view. So if you're interested in playing more, unlocking all the achievements, there's 48 in total for each board size and difficulty. Feel free to take a stab at it, but some of the higher difficulty, higher size boards will be really challenging. In the book, the most challenging one I have is at 13 on ultra difficult, and even that one took quite some time. So if you want to go for that, definitely good luck. And if you do end up getting all the achievements, definitely let me know. I'd be very interested to see that happen. So yeah, I do have the book and the apps and the website all in the description if you want to check those out. And stay tuned for next week where I do another daily puzzle. And the daily puzzles are refreshed on a daily basis, so feel free to give those a shot for yourself. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.